do that. And I'm like, why am I doing something you promised when you were the one that promised that you should go do it?
I feel like you get afraid when it comes to like people who are related to you. Como que you tend to like always be pleasing. Pero esa persona te acaba de enseñar algo. Tú tienes que aprender a que cuando tú conoces a una persona, you don't go and open like a Bible, girl.
That's something I need to learn.
Yeah, you don't go and open like a Bible.
Sí.
You don't tell them everything about yourself. You see how the person reacts.
How they are first.
You see how they are. Eso te enseña a que seas más selectivo a quien le quieres contar tus cosas.
Hola, molcas.
Welcome back to Compartiendo
Mitote with
Lupita
and Adilene.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our episode number 25.
1/4 of 100.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. And for today we wanted to talk about something that Adilene was very admitted. Yeah. You want to say, what was it?
I think it's interesting to talk about setting boundaries, which I feel like, honestly, I really don't do. And I think I need to start doing that.
But do you feel just like the action of setting boundaries, the importance of setting boundaries and actually sticking to those boundaries?
That and communicating the boundary and knowing what boundaries I want to set.
You want to set. Like, what is something that you would like to put as a boundary?
Lupita, hold on. Maybe
Okay.
not taking...
Me quedé así. Okay.
Maybe not taking responsibility on something that should not be my responsibility, if that makes any sense. Like
Not taking someone else's responsibility
and put it on myself.
and put it on yourself.
Yes, I think that's one of them.
Okay. And how do you feel that, for example, right now, is that a boundary that you don't have, that you want to have?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. How do you feel like you should like start with this boundary?
I don't know. Maybe telling the person to start with and not doing what they're telling me. Like, for example,
Communication.
like they tell me, oh, I promised this. So since you're going out, can you go do that? And I'm like, why am I doing something you promised when you were the one that promised that you should go do it? And I was like, I guess.
But
I still did it, which I wouldn't. I shouldn't have.
That's
It got me mad a little bit.
like the main part of the problem.
I mean, not speaking up, or
You're not speaking up, but more than anything, you go ahead and do it, even though that makes you uncomfortable and you feel mad and you feel like molesta with yourself. So that's something that first you needed to like put yourself first and be able to tell that person in a clear communication, no grosero, ¿verdad? Just like no conversación normal.
sí.
And say to that person like, okay, well, let me tell you, this is something that you said you were gonna get done, but you're not getting it done, and you're asking me to do that for you. But I'm gonna tell you, unfortunately, I'm unable to help you at this time because that's something that you promised. So now you have to do it.
Go through with it, yeah.
Yeah, like you have to go through your own responsibilities of lo que dijiste y lo que hiciste.
Stick to it.
Stick to your responsibilities.
And me stick to saying it too. When I'm uncomfortable, I'm like, I guess, okay.
What is something else?
I think I've
Como
said
ahorita, like if, like, yeah, let's play like in the future.
a scenario.
Sí, un scenario. Let's play in the future. By the time this year ends, you want to be the person that you dream to be, right? O las cosas que tú quieres cambiar, you want to have those things like ya hechas para cuando termine el año, you wanna be how you wanna be. Like esa persona que tú visualizas, how you see yourself at the end of the year. So, if you have Adilene from the end of the year right there in that camera, what are the steps for you to get to be that person that you want to be?
Not be afraid. That's another thing too. I don't know if that. But I don't think.
Do you feel like you get afraid when it comes to like people who are related to you? Como que you tend to like always be pleasing, and you're like afraid to say no.
I feel like I owe them something.
Yeah. But no.
I know. But I don't know. Like that's how I feel. Like I owe them something. So even though I don't want to do it, maybe, and sometimes I'm like, I have to. Like they were there, so I need to be there too.
Okay. So afraid. Not taking someone else's responsibility. What is another boundary that you want to put?
I don't know if I've worked a little bit more on this one, but saying no.
Okay.
Which I think I've worked on it a little bit more than others. Yeah. Because antes, para todo, yes. Yeah, ahora I'm like, no, I can't. No, I'm going to do this. No. Or when now veo que like they don't want to, I'm like, nah.
They're like, no. What is something else?
A little bit, I have to think. Another boundary? No, I think that's it.
That's it.
What about you?
Well, me. Me from the past. I'm going to tell you, until the age of 23, I was always trying to help people, always saying yes, always volunteering, always doing everything, right? But then you learned.
Burnout.
Yeah, and I learned my lessons. So after that, I started to learn that if you are my family member, but you never call me, you never ask me how am I doing, you basically, I'm sorry, but if you don't care about my life, I'm very sorry, we're relatives. But my mental health and my emotional health is first. So if you never have time for me, I don't have time for you. So I have learned to put my boundaries and say, okay, then, like,
you don't check up on me, I'm not going to check up on you.
It's not like I will check up on you. It's just that it depends on different, like,
areas.
Relatives. Because there's, like, for example, my sister-in-law, I might not see her so often, but, like, I text her, ¿sí me entiendes?
Sí.
Not like todo el día, ni todos los días, ¿me entiendes? But, or she'll text me, ¿sí me entiendes?
Sí.
But, like, I know she's there, and she knows I'm here, you know what I mean? But then there's other parts of the family that is like, oh, like, they never ever call you, ¿sí me entiendes? So I have learned to set my boundaries. I'm like, okay, we don't need to be friends on social media. Nobody cares. Honest truth. Like, you're not going to go put out your face on social media and say, oh, yes, happiness and loved, when you know that's not the truth in real life. So, no. I have learned to put myself first. I have learned that I need to be feeling good and that I need, like, for example, when I get ready in the morning, yo me siento bien because I got ready. ¿Sí? That makes me feel happy. I don't care what the rest of the world has to say because that makes me happy. You know what I mean? So I have learned that too. Like, what others think, that's their opinion. It doesn't have to come to me. I don't take it. Like, that's your opinion. Yeah, that's on you. Sorry, you know? Bye. But that's something else that I learned. And then another thing that I learned is, of course, say no. And communicate well. And be able to tell, for example, my close family members or my friends, you know what, like,
this is working out, or this is what's going on.
This or this makes me feel this way. Your actions on this made me feel
This
uncomfortable, whatever. So I have learned to communicate. But I have also learned to, for example, when it comes to parenting, that's a mom and a dad, right? Before, I wanted to do everything, you know, like me. And then I had to learn with time that no, the boy and the girl have a dad. And he wants to be part of their life, and he needs to be part of their life, and you need to respect their boundaries, and you need to respect the relation, and you need to let them have the relation.
Yes.
Me. So, for example, whenever we started showing my son how to drive, so I started doing that, right? But then it got to a point where, like, it wasn't that getting any good,
any better.
So then my husband took over that, you know, and now he's doing much better. I had to learn to, like, no siempre puede ser tú, you know, like tiene su papá o su tío or whatever, o su hermano, whatever, la relación que sea. But I have learned that I need to, like,
que no todo tú.
Sí, like, como delegar tus responsabilidades. Not everything has to revolve on me. Okay. And
hey,
then,
but at least you tried. Tried to, just in case, and then, pues sí.
Ya en caso de algo, ¿verdad? And then, something else también que he aprendido de Elena is give the person their time. Because sometimes, sí, ay, me asustó el gato. Sometimes, no toda la gente quiere hablar de sus sentimientos en el momento, you know? Some people, like, they'll be mad or they need, like, their alone time. And then they'll come and talk, or sometimes they don't talk, and that's okay, you know? Like, not all the people need to talk. That's something that I have learned too. Like, not on all the times you need to talk. There's times that you might need to be silent, and that's it. Silence.
In your own thoughts.
Yes, in your own thoughts. So that's something else too that I've learned with time.
As you get older, you get wiser. Damn. You know what? I was actually listening to something on the podcast that they were sharing that therapy is good because people don't have someone to talk to with. O sea, sí, no tienen gente para sacar, pues por eso guardan todo. Y que eso por eso a veces les ayuda porque pues sacan todo. Digo, no wonder, digo, like, we don't need therapy because we vent everything to each other. Like, o sea, we talk. You know? Maybe that's why I feel good.
I
we talk about it. I feel good. I let it out.
Yeah, I don't know, pero I have learned that I have to set my boundaries and cut off people that don't make me any good.
See, and sometimes it's just to protect yourself. Right?
Yeah.
For setting up boundaries, protecting yourself.
And sometimes it's also good, Adriana, because you need to learn, like, how you go in life and you meet people. Then there's really good people, and sometimes there's people that are not that good. Regardless, they'll teach you a lesson, right? But sometimes you need to let go of those people and say, you know what, like, may God bless you. Like, I wish you the best, but you and I can't be friends. Like, we have very different personalities or thoughts or lo que sea.
Sí.
Like, you're not for me. You're not to be meant to be on my life, you know? And that's also something que con el paso del tiempo siento que aprendes a valorar más, like, who you spend your time with. Because let me tell you, like, that's a choice of who I get to spend my time with. Or any actions that you do, that makes you...
Te enseña.
Sí.
¿Quién es la persona?
¿Quién es la persona? Entonces, like, we can be friends, or podemos ser conocidos, o lo que tú quieras, and we might not be able to be together, because we don't... No somos plus, pues. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Sí.
O sea, we're not on the same page.
Sí. No tienen los mismos... ¿Qué? No planes
Pues
como ideas
tus mismos, like, no,
¿Dónde quieres llegar?
es que no necesitas tener las mismas ideas que otra persona tampoco, porque like, imagínate, todos tenemos las mismas ideas, pues mi casa estaría bien rosa. Pero
Ay, Lupita.
no, honest truth.
Sí.
Like, no necesitas tener las mismas ideas con la persona, con la amistad o lo que sea que tengas. Pero a veces tú ves a esa persona y comienzas a ver actitudes, palabras, acciones que no van contigo. Like, you don't feel like, oh, that's something like
comfortable.
Yeah, like you feel uncomfortable or injusticias and you feel upset o te sientes mal. You know what I mean? That doesn't go with you. Entonces tú tienes que aprender a decir, ¿sabes qué? Que Dios te bendiga, but you and I can be friends. Like, you and I can, like, we don't work together. We're not on the same page.
That's true, because I remember, I don't know, like, I used to hang out with a group of friends, and I knew them, I got to know them because of another friend, a coworker I used to have, and she invited me once with them, so I went with them. But, like, over the past years, like, I felt weird, like, como que I didn't belong there. I was like, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe era yo misma que me estaba, like, like, I don't know. Like, ni platicaba ni nada with any of them. So I'm like, why am I even here? Like, I was there, but I wasn't there. And I'm like, no, you know what? Yeah, I think the last time that they invited me, I'm like, I remember I closed my Facebook and I was like, I don't want to, like, tener ninguna relación con nadie. Like, ¿para qué? Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, no. Like, aquí como que no pertenezco. And I was like, oh, you know what?
Peace out.
Peace out. No les dije, pero I was like, ya no volví a contestar. Ya no, pues no.
Adelene. No more.
Yeah, no more. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
feels weird. Like, muy forced.
Esa es otra cosa. Like, best when you're forced to do something that you don't want.
Sí. Porque en TikTok, por decir, también veo mucho que hablan de que te juntes con gente más, ¿cómo te diré? Como profesionalmente más arriba, o que tienen planes que son como business owners, o que son, I don't know, they have good jobs. And then que te juntes con esa gente porque esa gente te enseña.
Es que yo siento que toda la gente en la vida te enseña cosas. Mira, porque hay gente that you meet que al principio son muy buenas personas. Luego pasan y te dan una puñaladota por la espalda. Pero esa persona te acaba de enseñar algo. Tú tienes que aprender a que cuando tú conoces a una persona, you don't go and open like a Bible, girl.
That's something I need to learn.
Yeah, you don't go and open like a Bible.
Sí.
You don't tell them everything about yourself. You see how the person reacts.
How they are first.
You see how they are. Eso te enseña a que seas más selectivo a quien le quieres contar tus cosas.
Sí, that's
¿Por qué? Porque ahí aprendiste, ¿sí me entiendes cómo?
Because then sometimes it goes and bites you back in the butt.
Yeah. And then that teach you to have a boundary. Like, tu vida es sagrada. I'm really honest. Like, tu vida es sagrada. Y solamente tú tienes el control a quién se la quieres contar o no. Porque tu vida es sagrada.
You know what, Lupita? Sometimes
Tú eres sagrada. O sea, tú tienes que aprender a ver tu persona como una persona sagrada. O sea, una persona que, like, no neta, Dylan. O sea, tú tienes que decir, mira, Dios me hizo así, me bendijo y yo voy a pasar el tiempo con las personas que yo quiero pasar mi tiempo. Yo voy a salir a comer con las personas que yo quiero salir a comer. Yo voy a salir a pasear con esas personas porque quiero salir a pasear con esas personas. ¿Sí me entiendes cómo?
Yeah.
Y no a que yo voy a hacer lo que tú dices porque tú lo dijiste. No, señor.
Yeah, you have your own, tu propia persona. ¿Sabes qué? Ahora que me vino a la mente ahora que estás diciendo de eso, yo siempre me acuerdo que cuando manejaba, I don't know why, I always would think that, pero en la Arenal, like going up Arenal, going west.
Es que me tengo que
Sorry.
Like,
And I don't know why, but every time I would go through there, through my mind, I would be like, imagine how interesting movies would be if contaban todas las vidas de todo el mundo, porque todas las vidas de todo el mundo son diferentes. Like, todos han pasado unas cosas, otros han pasado otra y esto, y digo, that'd be interesting. Digo, yo creo que siempre me ha gustado, like, saber de las personas porque ahora que lo pienso. A los influencers y a todos esos me gusta verlos porque platican pues,
de
sus
su
cosas,
vida.
ajá, de su vida. Cause, no, pues no aprendes en cabeza ajena, dijo, pero no sé, like...
Te ponen a pensar.
Sí, te
O
ponen
te
a
dejan
pensar.
una espina ahí, o
Ajá.
like, algo que quieres aprender, o algo que dices, oh, es algo en lo que puedo trabajar, no sé. Entiendo ese punto, pero yo siento que cuando tú pones, por ejemplo, un boundary, tú te estás empezando a trabajar en ti. En decir, mira, yo soy valiosa y yo no acepto tus mentiras. Yo no acepto tus irresponsabilidades. Yo no acepto tus...
Nada menos de lo que eres.
malos tratos. Porque te voy a decir una cosa. En octubre del año pasado, una vez que tú y yo estábamos platicando y tú dijiste, yo no me merezco eso. Yo dije, ay Dios, estoy comiendo con otra persona.
No te digo.
But I was so, like, I was so, no, hasta me dio esta felicidad que mi corazón hasta aplaudió así. I was like, yes, she woke up.
Ay, Lupita. No, but you know what? It's because I think it's because, no sé, maybe it's the chip, or I don't know. Or maybe being an experience, I don't know. But en TikTok también otra vez, like, dicen mucho así que te hables de afirmaciones and shit like that. And I've been trying to work on that. De repente I'm like, no, you can do this. No, you're intelligent. No, you're this, you're that. And it helps.
I tell that to my daughter. I tell her, you're a strong, independent woman.
Oye,
Yes.
atrás que lo estaba gritando que dijiste. You know what? My mom does that with Melanie and Isabela. Y una vez la vi y le dije, Ma, what the heck are you doing? Because Isabela was like, Mom, a veces tiene abuela paradas enfrente del espejo diciendo unas cosas. I was like, what? And then my mom told me, no, I said, I want them to be very, like, have a lot of confidence. I was like, oh, you should have taught me that. She said, well, that's why I'm teaching them now.
Adelaide, can I come and join?
Can I join your teaching?
Like, I tell, for example, my daughter that every day. Like, oh, have a good day at school. I love you. You're smart. When she comes out of school, who's the smartest girl in the world? You. Oh, it's something difficult. It doesn't matter.
You'll get
You're the smartest girl ever. There's no smarter girl than you.
Yeah,
Right?
it's true.
Like, I tell her
helps.
that every all the time. Like, even if she's gonna wash the dishes, I tell her, like, yeah, those dishes came out so beautiful because you washed them. Look, they're so bright. No, but
No,
¿Sí
it
me
does.
entiendes?
Así they grow up to be confident. They know they can do it. They're not scared. They're not. I can do a whole list.
yeah, like, it helps you to talk positive to you. But
And your kids.
that's also, también te enseña that you're valued. Y eso te voy a decir que una persona que se haya puesto boundaries no tiene por qué ser orgullosa ni sangrona. Because that's a different thing. Like, you can have boundaries and be the most humilde, like,
Buena persona.
yeah, like, humilde persona ever. Y eso no tiene nada que ver that you have boundaries.
And
Like,
I think
you
muchos
could
creen que
come
sí.
and, like, por decir, yo siento que, a ver, pero ¿por qué dices que sí?
Por decir, porque te sientes mal. Like setting a boundary. You're like, like
But you don't have to feel bad.
I know,
O sea,
but it's
ese es
something
tu
that causes you,
problema
like,
que
what?
con tus boundaries, por decir, mira, por si tú estás diciendo, ok, yo quiero ser, yo no quiero tener miedo o yo quiero comunicarme mejor. Like, eso, tú no tienes por qué sentirte mal con tú ir a una mesa y hablar con la persona con la que tú quieras poner ese boundary y decirle, mira, ¿sabes qué? Esto y esto no funciona. Esto y esto y esto y esto, yo no me lo merezco. Esto y esto y esto, yo no lo voy a aceptar. Esto y esto y esto y esto es lo que yo no quiero para mi vida. And I'm not gonna wait for you. ¿Sí me entiendes cómo te quiero decir? Like, tú tienes que aprender a decir, like, esto es lo que yo quiero, porque es que también regresas a lo mismo, Eleni. Si no hablas, pues ¿cómo esperas? O sea, Jesucristo no.
And then, you
Mira,
know what?
yo, pictures y todo. Let me tell you.
Estás como la del Excel.
¿Sí? Show PowerPoint. No, like
Like,
that.
what's your email? Just kidding.
Not like that, pero, like, ¿te acuerdas del vision board?
Sí.
Sí. Bueno, yo he puesto ahí cosas, ¿verdad? Así. Y yo todos los días cuando me levanto y luego timbra la alarma, like I see it, I'm like, oh yes, I'm looking forward to it. And then I saw on our last video we have 4 views. And then I was looking at our views and I was like, okay, just put 6 zeros there. And we're perfect. Yay!
Ay, Lupita.
No.
You're funny.
Así.
Ajá. No, pues.
Así me la paso todo el tiempo. Pero es porque también tienes que entender una cosa. When you picture here, then it'll come. Because entonces te da porque quieres trabajar más fuerte aquí. Porque nosotros tenemos un proyecto que queremos lanzar próximamente con Compartiendo Mitote, que le hemos echado más ganas.
Sí. Hemos invertido también un poco ahora que me puedo dar cuenta, dije. Entre las dos, hemos ya gastado bien.
Sí,
y nos falta.
You can't quit on me because no.
And not only that too, estábamos viendo un TikTok donde decía que it's not a gasto, it's an investment.
Oh, sí.
So we need to look at it as an investment.
Do you think que for Compartiendo Mitote we have to set up any boundaries? Habla ahora, calla para decirme.
Es como el padre. Otro. Let me see. I don't know. Boundaries for a podcast. Are you thinking of one? Because I feel like you have an answer. Go for it, because I don't know.
I do. Because you know what? I feel that we have to see this podcast as a business. That's where we don't. Oh, sorry, guys. TMI, right?
Too much information.
Continue to our boundaries, and thank you for the support. But we need to see this as a business. Then how are we going to make our business grow? You know what I mean? What are we going to do? Because I feel that sometimes we don't actually focus our attention there.
We're like, ahí va a salir lo que va a salir. Yeah.
And then that's where we're like lacked. And I feel
There's no improvement.
Yeah, I feel that that's a boundary that we need to work on. Like, you need to, like, work on it as a business. Like, no nos paga, pero sí nos divertimos.
Our Friday nights, our talks. Which we miss because now we don't see each other. But
Yeah. Ahora que no
so
nos
this
vemos.
helps.
But yeah, like I was thinking that. ¿Tú qué piensas? Somos socias, digo, querida socia.
Boundaries. I don't know, Lupita. I don't know.
Yeah. Like
boundary for
ways
podcasts.
to improve. Like things that we need to improve. Like cosas que tú quieres ver mejor.
Esta me cae a mí the TikToks. I'm like, my face. You can tell it by my face. Honestly, I look at my TikToks and I'm like, you can tell that I am not enjoying this one little bit, but we need to do it. I need to work on that.
Content.
Yeah, our content.
Maybe
have to work
like
more on it.
boundaries. Like not like a boundary, but maybe something that we could do is work harder on our content.
Yeah, I think that would really help the podcast. And you know what? I have an idea. When can I talk to it?
Do you want to say it out loud?
It's nothing bad. I think what also helps, like I was looking at Itatis, she's at 100,000. By the way, she already got her placa. Did you see?
Sí,
She was crying.
claro. Qué
And
bonito.
She was.
A ver cuándo llega la de nosotros para ponerla aquí.
Bien presente. For example, on hers, when she's cutting those videos out, like están las palabras de lo que uno está hablando. I was like, oh, good idea. Para cuando hacemos los cuts, ponerle las letras ahí. I'm like, I don't know how
Mira,
they do
ves,
it.
esa
So
es una
that
buena
I
idea.
have to investigate.
Pero esa es
The
una buena
editing.
idea. Work harder on our editing.
The editing.
You guys, what do you guys think that we should improve? Leave us your comments. We're not afraid.
We accept criticism. Well, not
Constructive.
criticism. Constructive, yes. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah,
Constructive
porque,
criticism.
we're over here talking about setting boundaries.
That one's too open.
And now, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say my interesting fact?
Yes, go ahead. Go.
So the interesting fact for today is... Hold on, let me open it right away. It's about stars. So... Wait. So the sun would need to be about 20 times more massive to end its life as a black hole. Stars that are born this size or larger can explode into a supernova at the end of their lifetimes before collapsing back into a black hole. I was talking to my little sister and she was giving me ideas and she talked about a star and I was like, Lupita, that's interesting. I was like, what the heck? I know stars die, pero... I didn't know
diles cuando se mueren.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Lupita asked and we looked it up. So the life of a star depends on its mass. The life of a star can range from a few million years for massive stars to trillions of years for less than massive stars. Trillion.
Imagine.
That's
Trillion.
true. Nosotros nomás
Un
vimos
chorro
100
total de años.
Lo máximo yo creo son 100, pero no, casi no muchos llegan a 100. 70, 80, ¿cuántos? ¿Qué te la gente?
No, pues hasta que Dios quiera te quieras saber.
O a mí la mayoría.
Like
No sé,
life expectancy.
Sí.
No, pues me imagino como entre los 60 y 70, ¿no?
Sí, se me hace
Porque
que sí.
conforme
Y
el
eso
tiempo
que ahora viven
pasa,
más.
muchas veces puedes vivir más, puedes vivir menos, like, depende. Es que
¿Y ha
tiene mucho que
crecido?
ver muchos factores, ¿no? La alimentación,
Health.
muchas cosas.
Genetics.
Yeah.
That's true.
Alrighty, you guys, with this being said, hope you guys like our setting boundaries little episode wrapped up because TMI, we were talking about over and we were all over the place. So don't forget to give us your like, follow, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.